Now from this from the main page of my talent review presentation, we will be adding slides. So to add a slide, we will click on the icon in the upper right corner, and now we have the option to upload an existing PowerPoint or PDF slides. For the purpose of the demo, I will not be doing that. I will be creating slides from scratch. So to create a slide, I'll click on Add a Live Slide, and the first thing I will create is the Team View slide. The Team View slide will show a manager along with their direct reports in one slide. So if I click Team View, type in the manager's name, make sure Include Matrix Reports is selected, and click Add Slide. This adds the manager's team slide to my deck. Now to view the slide, I'll click on the little arrow here and then click View Slide, and here we see the manager with his 4 direct reports. Now all the employee data tiles within the slide are active. They will show up to the minute information on the employees. If we wanted to look at more information about the employees, we would just click on the tile. This shows us the employee's name along with their position. And to view additional information, we would just click on this little down arrow, and it tells us how long he's been with the company, when he started, and also gives us other information about him, like manager, and also other employees that are related to this particular employee. Now we can also tell that one of Sid's direct reports is also a manager and has other people reporting to him, because it shows us here that Thomas Clark has got 4 direct reports. And if we want to see that information, we can just click on the slide there. That takes us to Thomas Clark and his team, and then we can still see information about his team members as we saw before with the previous manager. And to go back to the previous manager, we would just click on the little back arrow, and here we see his direct reports again. So next we're going to add another slide. So we will go through the same process of clicking Add Live Slide, and we will do the People Grid slide. Now the People Grid will show us employees on a grid, or a group of employees on a grid on a single slide. So here we'll choose the 2-employee grid and then click Next, and we will give our slide a title, and if we've set up groups within SuccessFactors, we can select a group of people, or we can choose an individual person, and we will be doing individuals. So my first grid, I will choose my first employee, click Add, and if I want to add another employee to that same part of the grid, I can do that. By clicking Add as well. So in grid number 1, we'll have these 2 employees in that grid. Now if I go to grid number 2 and do the same thing, I'm going to add another person. And then click Add, and then click Done. And here we see grid number 1. It shows the 2 employees that I add, Troy Victor and Mike Smith. And then grid number 2, it's got Mandy Simpson. And just like we saw in the other slides, if we want to look at information about that employee, we would just click on their tile, and it shows us the information on the employee. So we can add many different types of live slides. We can do performance potential matrix, how versus what matrix. We can do a succession org chart, and we've got a lot of different options here, which we won't go through during the demo, but it's something that can easily be created and just kind of played around with once you're in the system and working within the system. And once slides are created, they can be moved around like this, or they can be deleted. To delete a slide, just click on the down arrow and just click on remove slide. And like I mentioned before, from here you can add a live slide or upload a PowerPoint presentation. Another good feature about the presentations is that you can share it with other coworkers. So once a manager has created their talent review presentation, now they can choose to share it with their direct report or with the individual employee itself that the talent review is about. And that's easily done by clicking the share button. And we could either share it with a group of people, or we can share it with individuals. So once the individual is selected, we can choose done, and the presentation is shared. So now the person who the presentation is shared with, once they come into the presentations module, they'll see this talent review presentation on their little grid of presentations. And the only person that can make changes to the presentation is the person who created the presentation themselves. So the people who you shared the presentations with cannot edit the presentation. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to create a presentation and to share it among others throughout your organization. And the tools are pretty robust and pretty user-friendly tools. So it's easy to work with, easy to train others on, and it should save a lot of time when creating talent review presentations in the future. Thank you.